uglies. Hello, uglies. Hello, uglies.
Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Chan.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P's today stands for Welcome to the premiere of Season 3 of IMHO with special guest, Sigourney Beaver.
I'm here for the snacks.
You did it. We brought all of these especially for you.
It's our
Yes.
finale mukbang.
I'm sorry,
for
it's our...
Dragula.
I'm so sorry, we're
The
so happy that
premiere.
you're here. The premiere of what?
Of season 3.
Of season 3?
Don't you think?
So this is the start of a new season.
So we just start
Yeah,
in
let's start
January
anew.
all of a sudden?
With a finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things start in January, right? The months.
The year.
We're so happy you're here. Welcome, Sigourney.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You look stunning, and I
Thank
love these
you.
nails.
This coat is amazing.
Thank you.
We have
Thank
been
you.
Sigourney Beaver celebratists, apologists,
Soldiers.
soldiers,
Serving in the army.
Enthusiasts.
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 Yeah. I know that you probably, there's so much feedback coming at you as a contestant on a reality show. Were you able to take in all of the love that IMHO fandom sent you? Because our family, we were just shooting it out right at you.
Yeah. We're biased, and thank God we didn't need to be because you killed.
Oh my God, if you had gone home early, this would have been so uncomfortable.
Then I would have been here months ago at that point.
That's true.
Right?
That is why we stopped
Yeah.
watching Canada's Drag Race.
It's been incredible. It's crazy. It's amazing. And I'm so thankful for it. I get all kinds of messages all the time from all kinds of people being like, you're so inspiring to me. Thank you for being on the show. You've inspired me to do drag. Or my favorite is other cis women being like, I never knew I could do drag until I saw you and now I'm gonna do it. That makes me so happy.
Mhm.
I love hearing that because it didn't used to be that easy for a lot of people. And now it is.
I feel like you had to carry a lot of that. And you did it very well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I mean,
you.
truly. And as someone who knows you from the scene, we were all shocked. You know, just that you were able...
Shocked.
Shocked! I couldn't believe it!
The fact that, you still were,
No, when I heard
together.
that, Sigourney is on, I was like, oh, okay, I'm watching it. I can't wait to see it. I love this.
You weren't
I
gonna
love this
watch
so
it
much.
anyways?
Oh, no, of course. It's her favorite show.
I love Shudder's production.
Dragula.
The
Dragula.
Lay Brothers
The
Dragula.
Brothers presents Dragula.
Yes.
It's
Wait,
by-
we're going to get
it's a
into
really
it,
good show.
but can we talk
yes.
about the snacks first? 'Cause
Yes.
We have an amazing spread here.
It's so spooky. So it's our mukbang. We do it every finale. And the last few finales we've done, we've been so tired we have barely done it because RuPaul is trying to kill us. But Dragula's fun. So we decided to run with it because we had way more fun watching that. This is not a dig at RuPaul. It is at IMHOtheSHOW. So these are our snacks. So the first one are little...
I always was.
We need subtitles.
sorry.
You have to
work harder.
Those coming
We'll
from
start
the
over.
same
We'll start over.
They always are. those people.
These are mouths, okay? These are apple, peanut butter, marshmallow mouths. Curtis actually chopped up the marshmallows to make them look like real
Aw.
teeth. This is
So
a
cute.
nod, obviously, to Saint's Tooth Fairy. How
So
sweet is
good.
that,
So
right?
good.
So good.
I have so many questions about Saint because of the love of my life. I cannot wait to talk to you. This is popcorn, also known as ghost farts in the community. This is not hummus, guys.
Zombies.
Scummus. Scummus.
Hummus.
Scum. These are bell peppers. They're vegetables, so they're already terrifying. So we didn't have to change that. These are the devil's eggs
Mmm.
and grapes, also known as eyeballs. But we left the skin on because
Aw.
we're not
Cataracts.
monsters. Because
Don't
cataracts.
stop circumcising your
Yeah.
eyeballs.
These are
And
gummy
worms.
worms because
Yay!
worms eat Betty White, and Betty White here is a zombie. She's the
And-
scariest part. Oh, should we pour one out?
I can't wait any longer.
No, I'm sorry. We have to get this fabric
In the
back.
scummus.
Yeah, into the scummus.
Yeah.
Cheers to Betty White. You were very
Cheers.
terrifying. Oh, you did pour it.
We said we were doing it.
No. I like
I'm
your
not afraid.
Cheers.
She was into that bit.
Make sure to zoom in on that part.
Curtis did my
Makes it slide
husband.
down
My
better.
husband. Because I got married. My husband did do all of this, and I just want to say, Curtis, we're married, so you have to continue to do this stuff. Legally.
Legally.
Oh, we don't have to put this in, but we're not paying him for that, right?
No. If anything, he's paying us.
Ah,
I did ask Alexis to bring scary napkins. Like, I don't know, like skeletons or black and white spider webs.
Yeah.
Alexis, what did you bring?
Well, the scariest thing I saw were these shark napkins. Because remember Jaws?
Destigmatize.
Who could
Sharks.
forget?
Okay.
Right?
Totally jawsome. Now, for me, the pun is the most terrifying part of all. Alexis, 10 out of 10. I would recommend you to the sharks. Like, I'd hand you over.
Oh, speaking of, did y'all see West Side Story?
when?
Is there a shark in
No.
it?
Like in the 60s?
Yeah, the sharks.
No, the new movie just came out.
Oh!
That's a mascot, right?
Is it good?
really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really good, yeah. Are you just so busy right now?
Yeah. Oh my god. I like never get to watch like television unless I'm putting it on to fall asleep.
Girl.
Yeah. I don't leave my house.
So
And
before
that's
we
also
get...
because my grief makes me isolate. I don't
Word.
want that.
Heard.
Heard
Yes.
word.
Heard that word.
Lost your father.
People be
lost your
dying.
mother. Alexis, shut up. Let's watch.
Don't be
Honestly, the entire season, for us, a Chicago drag, it was just a celebratory thing. Like, the entire season, we knew we didn't have to worry. We knew you were going to deliver. I know it was really stressful for you. We did see the reunion.
Yes.
Where people were not great to you. But in general...
You had a bow on. You were in the
bow.
Christmas spirit, and they.
I was wearing a cardboard box.
Filled with love. Filled with love.
Yes.
And my body.
Well, yeah, your body wasn't.
And that was the
Cardboard
gift.
box. That was it. Actually, what I titled that look was A True Gift. And the surprise was that, like, sitting in a cardboard box and having it dig into your armpits for 3 hours will leave a bruise.
Chafing.
Oh, no.
No, it just bruised. I was like, ah!
So, in the reunion, were y'all all kind of confused by the commercial breaks?
It was like Housewives when you think when they think the cameras are down, and you still see. Are you
Yeah.
a Housewives?
I did love that.
Do you like?
No, but the Boulets love Housewives.
Okay, I bet
They love
Well,
Housewives.
then that makes sense.
Sigourney, my recommendation to you
Is it New
is
York?
I think you.
Potomac.
New York is good. I say Potomac, even Salt Lake City.
Oh, the Salt Lake City one is all Mormons, isn't it?
Well, no.
No.
It's Mormon and
Oh.
ex-Mormon and current
Oh.
Mormons and a woman who
Married her grandfather.
No.
Whoa, really?
she married her step-grandfather and inherited her grandmother's church, and she's now like the pastor at this church.
And good for her.
No, I think you should download a season and take it with you on tour so you can zone out and watch because it is modern day Shakespeare.
But that's my sleeping time.
Sleep during
Let it
it.
put you
Let
to
it.
sleep. Mm-hmm. Let it rock
Let
you to
it,
sleep.
let it come into your brain as you sleep.
No, I'm happy to hear that the Boulets like Housewives because I think it comes through in that reunion.
Okay.
And it's beautiful.
Now that we brought up the Boulets, I know we're going highly out of order.
Yeah.
Can I just say, as a fan, as a viewer, I loved seeing the Boulets' personalities really come out in this season. I thought that was unlike anything else we've seen before. And Swan, I thought even more than Drac, like really came out, and we all were just like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Right? And they have never looked better.
No.
The looks have gotten
Oh my
progressively better
Yeah.
each season. And this
Costumes,
season
wigs,
is like
makeup.
I don't know, it's just such a nice like sneak peek into like who they are and their personalities, but also more so like the entire format of having them have that section where it is just the two of them talking like
I
about their judgments. That really gives
love
more of
that.
an insight as to how things turn out, because I know that sometimes as a viewer it can be confusing, you know, we're like, well, how can a judge say this when I saw that? They want everyone to look as good as possible, thank God. So having that moment where they can talk about like, they looked good, but all of this happened, I think it like answers a lot of questions for a lot of people.
it added a lot of context to the judgment, which is something we don't see all the time in other competition shows. I love that they are taking into account like, well, what you don't see but we've heard is how people are acting off camera, and I heard there was this thing that happened. Like, it really contextualizes everything and it makes it so much more clear, and you really do feel that they want everyone to succeed.
Oh yeah.
Which is so
Absolutely.
interesting, because if you came into this not seeing any of the previous seasons or not knowing about Dragula, it doesn't seem like a warm, welcoming place. It's like horror filth. You're there to be scared and grossed out. But it's like seems like such a loving environment, like a nurturing environment, I think. Well, from them.
I believe
from Swanpool and
To be
Drag
clear,
Florida.
Yeah.
I
from
mean,
them.
Zavaleta keeps calling it a family. So, I mean, I don't know what...
Families are dysfunctional.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
This is
I've
what
got
they're
so
used
many
to for
stories I
family.
cannot wait to tell you. My father and I, he's awful. We got in a
So
fight
we
in an
start
airport.
off with a lot of like winsome looking away. I loved that. Everyone was kind of like looking off into the distance.
Oh,
and
I
then it
love
was
that.
Avengers Assemble.
When you were staring off into the distance, what was your thought?
How were you feeling?
How were you feeling?
Were you just seeing that crown and scepter from Fierce Drag Jewels?
.com.
If only. I was staring at a pile of trash blowing in the wind in sort of a tornado fashion, kind of like that very romantic scene in Pocahontas, but...
We had left.
Alexis!
I'm sorry, I just did that to be funny.
Alexis!
You know, I've met
She's
her.
at home
She
at
was
this
very
point.
nice to me.
Mary
She
Karen?
was?
She was nice to you.
Yeah.
Really?
This was before she was on Dragula.
Oh. Must be nice.
Oh.
I'm so uncomfortable, but I love it. Go ahead. Trash. What's your
Really?
favorite kind? Recycle? Do you prefer to recycle?
Compost, probably.
Compost?
You know, I like something that's got kind of like a paper element to it. It just holds so much potential as to like what it can do and what it is and like what it can be.
What it is.
What it is. Did you know that Jimmy John's, like, no, it's Subway. Subway's bread, it has a lot of wood in it.
Yes.
And yoga mat. And yoga mat.
Subway's
It has
bread
yoga mat
gives me
in
a
it?
tummy ache.
Yeah.
Oh, but I love it.
I like the wheat.
Can I ask you this? So I've slowly been getting rid of meat in my diet, okay? Mainly because animals are emotionally intelligent. So I got rid of pigs when I saw them play with balls. And then I saw a cow play with a ball and I got rid of cows. What made you become a vegetarian? Was it because they played with balls?
I don't think I have the same attachment to balls as you do.
Okay, that's true. That's true. You know what?
Physically,
Emotionally, physically,
spiritually,
yes.
I feel like so like preachy and like I never ever do this. Like no one ever hears me do this. But like, how can you have a pet dog and like still eat meat? Like if you love animals,
That's why I
you
did
know
it.
what I mean?
I
Like,
gave up because they showed that pigs were more emotionally intelligent than dogs.
Well, it's
now,
also
do I
like-
still
like
eat
who-
chicken?
who
Yes,
are
of course I
you-
do, but they're dumb. They're dumb.
If I myself did not feel comfortable like slaughtering that
guilty.
animal, then like I shouldn't be eating it.
Right. Right.
And I don't feel comfortable slaughtering any animals. I can't even step on a bug. I didn't step on any of those roaches. I was literally...
What?
I did. I couldn't. I felt so bad. I
I
was
have
like, I
questions
feel
about that.
very bad for them.
Wait,
and I was like
really?
tiptoeing around them. Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
you're a better vegetarian than me because I do eat chicken.
It's just like, it's
I
just
do
not
eat
fair to
chicken.
them. Like they didn't go into work today like planning on getting smushed. Like,
Yeah, they
and it's
didn't
just,
ask
Well,
that's
that is
just
kind
shitty.
of their job.
And it's
Their
also
job is-
animals should not be props. So.
Disagree with that because I have seen Wizard of Oz, and I will say I would have sacrificed
That lion
many
wasn't
Totos.
real. That wasn't a real lion. It was a person.
Great.
I have a question. Do you wake up screaming with the feeling of cockroaches on your body?
Only in ecstasy.
Oh, that's a
you
Dragula
enjoyed that.
answer.
Okay.
Oh God.
I do have more questions, but should we get into
Yeah.
the or
I
should
feel
we
like
jump
let's just do the
around?
floor show. I'd love.
Let's
to,
do the floor show.
I'd love to
Lemon
just
Twelve
chat.
Just go
Um,
wildly all over the place. Because I have ADHD, so this train is going off every track in its sight.
We prefer that.
Trains rights.
Pro trains.
Yeah, the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
Yeah, I remember.
All right, Swampula and Dracmorda look incredible. I loved this with the horns sticking out.
Or this
My
Yeah,
favorite-
right?
My favorite part about the whole thing, though, is when they were sitting down.
They took the cover
it
off.
Bitch.
And it
That's
still
the thing.
looks gorgeous.
That's the thing about this season. I know we just talked about this. I loved seeing the behind the scenes. I loved seeing them be like, great, we're not going to wear this while we sit down. Like,
Well, it was a layer. They were
These
still
shoes can
wearing.
suck my ass.
Oh, love
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys listen to the podcast?
We listened to the one you were on the show.
yes. No, we don't. Should we?
It's really good.
Is it
It's
Oh,
really
okay.
good.
I mean,
nerd culture?
The last episode that they did, which came out like last week, they talk about behind the scenes stuff. How the thrones that they sit in, the chairs, are actually very low to the ground. So they have
So
to,
their knees are
where they, so they're like very uncomfortable to sit in.
Ooh.
So like I don't ever blame them for taking off part of an outfit to sit in it. Yeah.
They'll have better chairs
Especially
next
this
season.
year with all that heavy headgear they were wearing.
They do that every year.
It felt heavier this year for some reason.
It felt heavier to you.
Yeah.
You had to take that
Have you
on.
guys watched all of the previous seasons?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like
Resurrection.
that? Your voice went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I have.
I have not watched the
Did it
first
again?
season.
Season 1 is very Blair Witch.
Is it? In what way?
In a way
There's
that,
a
like,
witch.
when they
Low
when they
budget.
filmed
Very low
season
budget.
1, it was one camera shooting everything.
No
And
microphones.
it was
You would hate it.
no
She's
sound or
a sound.
anything. Yeah.
She's a sound.
Yeah.
The first one I
She
saw
loves sounding.
was Bitch Puddin's season.
Two.
That was the,
That's two,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I started with 2.
It's good.
I would love to go back
That's what
and
I started
take
with
in
as
more.
well.
Right? I mean, Bitch Puddin is...
I love her.
Throw some
That's
worms
so
on
weird.
it.
They're gonna ruin my
Worms
stuff all
don't
the
play
time.
with balls.
She was just at my house a couple days ago.
Really?
Why was she in Chicago?
She had a gigantic layover at O'Hare for like 9 hours.
That's
She was
not a
just gonna
layover,
come
that's a different
over
flight.
And like take a nap and a shower and like eat. And she's like, yeah. So I went and picked her up and that's exactly what we did. I watched her
That's
order
lovely.
like $70 worth of like late night Thai and sushi on Grubhub.
That place is so good.
Got it.
All right, let's talk about
I'll do
this
the front.
first floor show. Glamour. Let's start with Dolly.
Oh.
I loved the decision behind the color. I thought it was gorgeous. Very
It's beautiful. It's
androgyny.
it's a suede as well.
The hips.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I feel like this entire season, every time we got a little hint of glamour, it was this kind of fuck with gender, but undeniably Dali, but also undeniably glamour. Like, he's
The
really
soft-
zoned in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid.
And he can paint.
If you're gonna, like, we have to take out insurance if this is an issue.
I think we should
Do you
do
have
that.
time?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one moment.
Is
Curtis?
that something you can just...
We're low on time.
According to the general, you can just hop online.
Anytime.
JG Wentworth.
According to the general.
877 cash now.
Okay. Oh, now JG
No,
is
I was
involved.
I was doing comedy.
Sorry.
All right, up next, Sigourney Beaver in this
I've heard of her, I
gorgeous
love her.
white. This is also kind of Bride of Frankenstein, a little bit.
You think so?
Well,
Are you sure, Alexa?
No. I just like hearing that perspective.
it's just the high hair that makes me think Bride
That
of
is like the
Frankenstein.
perfect height for a slit.
sorry.
Like, it's out.
But it's gorgeous.
Thank
so,
you.
And
the
you
blood.
said the blood is
What's the blood?
The blood is paint. So I made this gown, and the entire thing is. I could only find like the specific sequin. It's like an iridescent like white sequin, but it was on a mesh, so it was transparent. So I had to line the entire thing. I had to line the entire thing with neoprene. You know.
Girl.
You know, and that's 8 panel. That's an 8 panel in that skirt. Like, it's gigantic. It's so fucking big.
We're running that through
It's
the
so
machine.
big. And then I painted it with the blood, and then I stoned all of the blood on there.
Well, that's something that we have said about previous seasons is sometimes
need
it's
to
hard to
stone the
see.
blood.
I want to just
I want more
stand still and
rhinestones
let us watch it
instead
for
of
a
blood.
second.
Like when I cut someone, I want to see rhinestones. You know what I mean?
Oh, go.
Blood diamonds.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call them that.
Mm-hmm.
You look so glamorous
Yeah,
and gorgeous
it's
though.
I can't
Thank
talk
you.
about it. It makes me mad.
Yeah.
It's huge. I'm so
How
upset. And
That
a lot
is-
of the, like, makeup and stuff that I did was stuff that I had never done before, and that I was doing for the very first time.
The peeling effects.
That day. Not one I've done before. That one I've done before, but like I've never painted my whole body. And I painted my body
Oh
blue
my
the
God.
third episode.
Bold.
And we started the day and I was like, oh, I've never done this, but like I hope it turns out because this is all I can do.
Right.
This is it. This is the best I can do with what I have.
Don't you hate hearing that? Just how like brilliant she is.
Yeah.
And then you went on Camp Kiki, and what did you do?
She won!
Camp Kiki though.
All right, let's talk about Hoso Teratoma.
Oh.
So beautiful. So beautiful. We haven't seen this kind of like her interpretation of like a soft glamour face.
This
I don't
was-
think, right?
It was a softer paint than we've seen from her.
But it was still
It was-
her.
As a viewer, we love her. We adore her.
I love Hoso.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us can you give us any sort of insight? Like, is she just not the sweetest person in the whole world? Like,
She's really sweet.
Oh,
She's really
God.
sweet.
I
She's
knew
such a
it.
muffin and like
I knew it.
she really is like, especially for like how young she is, but like age ain't nothing but a number.
I heard that
she's
song.
so incredibly like stupid talented.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Right.
It's crazy, right?
Right.
And you
she's
can see it.
and but also she has such a strong hold of like who she is as a person, that's incredible, because that's not easy, and that's not something that like comes to people like right away. Like some people spend their whole lives trying to figure that out, and she knows exactly like who she is and does
The maturity
what
when she was like, I'm gonna stop myself because I'm gonna start saying mean things.
Right.
I was like, this is a grown human being.
That's a really stressful situation to be in, obviously, as you know. And, like, seeing someone at that age handle themselves so well, for the most part, like, I find her so impressive.
Yeah.
Truly. Very, like, a very high caliber artist.
And the critiques they had about the, like,
funny.
behind the scenes stuff is shit you do when you're young. I mean, that's
just something that comes with,
shit
like,
that you learn
time and, like,
as well.
experience. And it's, like, it's a lot of it. And, like, from my personal experience, it's a learn by doing kind of situation, you know?
Yeah. There's not a roadmap to this business.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, you learn the lesson the hard way.
She's just so humble with it all too. Like she's so gifted and like not entitled to anything, and there's like no arrogance behind it.
No.
She doesn't behave and lash out at other people. If there's a mistake, it's on her. Like, I love her energy.
Well, speaking of gifted and no arrogance, let's talk about Saint, because I don't think there is right.
Right.
The glamour is gorgeous. The hair,
Right.
Just the eyeball hair? Yes.
That's a
so
Marco.
freaking cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Marco's.
Oh,
I think
it's-
Denali has one kind of similar, the cactus.
Like the cactus.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
But
Damn.
stunning. I wanted to get a better look at the face because there was something going on
She
with the
has,
face.
so she has her whole gown. The gown is sequin, and then she has this really fucking cool technique that she showed me called like junk stoning. And it's where, so you take like, let's say like you take a section of like the dress or whatever that you're stoning, and you don't have to use like stones specifically. If anything, she uses the stones to like fill in the gaps, but she'll put like the glue down and spread it, and then put like a bunch of the tiny like bugle beads that you would bead a gown with, and just like throws it on. Because it
clever.
catches the light in the same way.
Yes.
And then
That's
the gaps that are
brilliant.
in there, she goes in with like tiny stones and stones of different sizes and fills them in, which also having the different sizes
love that.
gives it a lot of like dimension, and when it hits the light, it just explodes.
That's brilliant.
Clever.
Yeah.
That's a clever girl.
And it just saves so much time.
Now, that reminds me of, she's heard the story a million times,
Oh, good, I can't
1996. My sister was going to prom and she was shopping for prom dresses. And I would go and I had the little Tic Tac canister and I would pick up all the little bugle beads from the floor and put them in the empty Tic Tac. It was orange flavored.
And you still have it.
No, because one of the shop owners yelled at me for stealing the beads. But they were on the floor.
Those cost money, honey. When
They're on the floor.
Am I that girl that like at a gig, if I see a bunch of stones on the floor and they look good, like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking grab them. They
If
cost
they're
money.
there, they're there.
Yeah.
I do that with bobby
Yeah.
pins.
I would love to have a purse filled with bobby pins. Because the minute you have a purse filled with bobby pins, you know what you got a week
You're-
later?
People that need
Nothing.
No.
An empty purse.
Yes, you do.
Uh-huh.
I never have one when I need one. And then I
I've
don't
got
have one.
in the bathroom, I don't know if you noticed, next to the bidet, I do have a big giant box of hairpins if you need any. Yeah, it's next to the bidet.
I found a
though.
brand. I
The
really like
bidet
the,
that I
the
have.
long ones that have a bend in them. So I order those on Amazon.
See what I do when I'm at the gig and I need one and I don't have one. I usually just lay on the floor and just like look, and like usually like 100% of the time you're always within 6 feet of a bobby pin.
The drop.
Everywhere.
A
in the
rhinestone,
world.
a
Nice.
sequin, a safety pin, a bobby pin.
And they'll just grab the
Okay.
one off the floor and be like, oh thank God!
I've been doing drag for 1,000 years.
You've
and
never
I
done
have
that?
Never thought about that.
Look at the ground.
That
You don't
could
even just see it?
lower yourself to the ground.
You can get a full set of nails by picking them off the
You
ground.
could just lower your
That makes me want to
standards
die.
to
That
the
makes me want to
floor.
die.
Yeah, your
You
nose
can
is too
have
high
a
the whole
bobby pin.
time.
Yeah.
I love that you think I have higher
gotta
standards than
start
that. Thank
looking
you.
down.
Thank you. All
I
right,
literally
baby
do that all the
queens and queens have been doing it for 1,000 years, but who have a drinking problem. Look on the floor.
The floors are about to be clean.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking
from
of
clean to unclean,
There
let's
we
go to
go.
horror.
There we
It would
go.
have been better if it was
Yeah,
Phil, but we're going to
yeah.
do horror
It
next.
could be.
Let's start with Dolly in this scary Pope. This is scary. This makeup was scary
Scared
to
Did
me.
you hear what the
Shit
Pope
out of
Francis
me.
said? It is an abomination to have a pet over a child. And that
You
what
know
purpose
what?
is
Listen,
They're
I was already like planning on going to hell, so like
You got
already-
many cats.
Yeah.
He just wants more. I
That's
truly
what I'm
don't
saying.
understand
The
why the
world's gonna
Catholic Church.
explode. We should
house.
kill more people.
I don't understand why the Catholic Church is
You
still
haven't met
allowed
the-
to be.
Not at all.
No, I agree with you. And you know I often don't
Oh,
agree
okay.
with you.
Yeah.
But I just feel
the
like
cat
you're
is
seeing what's
actually
happening in the world, right,
my
Pope?
childhood
You know,
cat.
John
She's
or
gonna
Frank.
be
What's his
18
name?
in April.
Bishop.
So that's an old cat.
And then, like,
I've had her since she
you
was a
want
kid.
more
Oh my
kids?
And I got to
It's
bring her
like,
home from my
take
mom's
care of the
house.
I'm gonna
dogs.
have to edit
Don't
this.
take care.
So I get to take care of her. in her
Take care of
old
the
age and
dogs,
everything.
though.
Yeah.
You know.
She's sassy. But she
At
don't.
that age, she should be.
She doesn't look a day over 12.
And that's
thank
what.
you.
And that's what we said to the Pope.
Saint was our tooth fairy.
Incredible.
What a brilliant.
Oh my!
idea.
I know. It's literally so like.
Ugh.
Saint just has like a really incredible way of taking a
Teeth
concept
from children.
that seems
Oh.
so simple and just
Right.
turning it into something exquisite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just otherworldly. She did the same thing with her ghost in Resurrection.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
The outfit cost her $7 to make,
And
and
it
it was
was
like
Oh, the doily one?
So good.
Yeah.
exquisite.
Have you seen the shirt Saint released with all of her?
The Last Supper one has every single look that she's ever done across
It's like
season
it's
3,
like Marvel.
4.
She's got all of them in the same
Wow.
universe on a shirt.
I love that.
I have to buy.
You
that.
know that she intentionally does a lot of. She's gonna hate me for this. She does a lot of stuff that's like super like intentional, like in depth, and then like doesn't explain it throughout like a lot of her looks, like and her merch. So like you'll see like if you look really closely, you'll see a lot of like repeating like elements in a lot of her looks. Almost all of them for season 4 has like a clover hidden in it. Uh-huh.
Oh my god, her housewife dress had like a little.
Oh, the
in
spade.
corner. The spade, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's not a spade, because a spade is like the heart with the stick. This
It's
is
a
a
club,
clover.
club.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a clover.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like a.
Maybe
it's not
she's
a,
gonna do a full deck of cards by the end of this.
Well, you know, she did a whole,
At this rate.
she did a whole deck of tarot cards with all of her looks on them.
oh my god.
Yeah,
She did that.
Saint
she's
is
so
she's clever.
smart.
Very
She's
clever.
So smart, and like, yeah, she did this whole like Last Supper shirt, and it's got every single look that she's done on Dragula, like throughout her entire career there. Even things like that aren't depictions of like her in the full look are also like nods to them. So like her hat that she wore in the promo for season 3 is like sitting on the table.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like her tooth fairy is like really small and like shrunken and like flying
You
around,
really
and
like this
her
girl.
her like ghost is like
Wait,
hiding
are you
underneath
really
the-
like this-
like
this-
Saint?
I love Saint. Saint
Yeah.
is so
You heard it here
smart.
first.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
Very
She's
smart.
Like Saint. So you come on the season and you have 2 very heavy hitters from past seasons.
1 and 2.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Oh,
I
sorry.
apologize.
Past
3 and 4.
seasons.
3 and 4 is what I meant. Saint and Dali had really incredible performances in Resurrection. Was
Were
that
you
diffi-
scared?
Were,
No.
Yeah.
When you go into a competition setting, what really separates the sinkers from the swimmers is
Take notes.
your mindset, the attitude
That's
that
why I
you
always
go
said
in
Titanic
Right.
would have
So
floated
it's-
had they had the right mindset.
with. Attitude
I mean,
is everything.
not to brown the nose, but you've been doing like pageants and you're a title holder. Like competitions is not like
It's not
something
new.
new to you.
It's not new.
You know all the personalities that go into
Well,
it.
not
and
even
games
knowing the
and-
personalities. It's something that like you see a lot of, or you hear a lot of people talk about people that do pageants in regards to like strategizing,
Right.
Or like playing a game and like doing all of these things and like manipulating people. But like in actuality, like what it comes down to is like focusing on yourself. Don't look at anyone else. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. That's not your job. That's the judge's job. You came there to showcase yourself. So you need to focus on yourself the entire time.
Right.
How
And
do you
Yeah.
stay in that though? Like,
It's-
do you,
It's really
Well-
like I wasn't gonna get intimidated by anyone. We are all on the same level. These are my peers. We are all on the same level. Like
we got
are
here
we-
together.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
here together. We are all incredible artists. Like we all were chosen based on our talents and like who we are as people to be here. And so I don't think that like any of us is like necessarily better than the other. We're all different. That's the mindset to keep, is that like you don't have to change yourself to like look like someone else or to be like someone else, because that's not what you were brought there for. You were brought there to
Right.
be yourself, and that's what they want to see. So when you
That's-
stay
You could apply
yourself-
that to
Listen.
perhaps life.
I will not.
Okay.
Apples and oranges. You cannot compare
You're right.
yourself to anyone else.
But that's a hard mindset,
It is
though, because when you are put into
extremely
competition, you are like, well, I'm competing against them, but you're absolutely
And
right.
when you look around the room and you see everyone else getting ready and you see that they're all gluing pearls to their face, and then you look at yourself and you look like a giant bruise, you're like, maybe I have made a mistake.
No.
You were wearing a cardboard box. I couldn't.
That was a different episode.
Oh.
But then you got
pull
bruises
through.
from that too, and then you bring it all together.
And then you wear a fraying piece of fabric as a cape and you win.
Yes.
Dong, 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 dong. Keep that fraying piece of fabric. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Aha!
This mad
I'm so sorry.
scientist look.
Yes.
We love props.
Mm-hmm.
We love a silhouette.
This was
it is like
so cool.
Yes.
Where did the
Thank
idea
you.
come from?
This was actually something that I had been wanting to do for a very, very long time.
When you left the lab.
And this is adapted. It's more so like, not an excuse, an explanation. I didn't have a lot of time. I was going through a lot. Creatively, I was having a very difficult time trying to like come up with concepts. So I decided I'm gonna do what I do best and I'm gonna do what I know how to do. And like, this is actually like an elevated adaptation of a number I had performed before.
That's one of the things I like about Dragula,
Yeah.
is
And
that
you
you get
can't-
all of these stories with it.
like you can't tell that's fake skin when you start off.
No, that was a
No,
reveal.
that
There's
was-
a couple of shots though, you see my head turn and it's like, oh, she looks really wrinkly.
Well, we just
No,
thought you were
it was
concerned
so
about something.
cool.
We thought you were
I
just
need to
thinking about the
moisturize.
world and yeah. There are a lot of props and a lot of their situations, so it's not just about a look, but it's also about kind of the entire performance of it. What comes first, the performance or the look?
It's kind of like, it's really like circumstantial. A lot of the time when I am designing a look or like a performance, I like to start with how I want to make the audience feel. Whether like I want to make them feel like creeped out but like turned on at the same time, or if I want them to feel like sad, like, or like excited, After that, like a song choice rolls into it and then like the look falls right on top, and that's how my ADHD works.
Because you are doing it on a stage with like this background music and you don't know how it's going to be edited. That was really clear and it was really fun to
Thank
see.
you.
Was it intentional that you carried the theme through into the other category? The theme of like skin and like imperfection and like...
So
that's kind of cool.
With that, primarily with the horror and with the filth, I decided to pick things that, like, to me personally, I felt were scary. Peeling my skin off of my face, yeah, that's horrifying. It might not sound like blood and guts and like super scary, but like there are things that might seem very ordinary to a lot of people that are very scary to a lot of people, like the dentist, clowns, spiders.
Especially if all three are one thing. Like if your dentist is a scary clown spider. No, thank you.
Snakes
On a plane?
and lava. No, actually, I like that movie for some reason, but I hate snakes.
Can I tell you, I just listened to a podcast. I love podcasts. I'm very, very smart. Listen to this podcast, and it was about how, like, does cursing make you feel stronger? So if you're, like, chopping down a tree, which we've all been in that situation, you're chopping down a tree.
George Washington.
And
Just this morning.
you can
Fucking tree.
curse, exactly.
Right.
You could be like, fucking goddamn fucking motherfucker tree.
Yeah.
That through studies they have shown that you get a boost of strength if you can curse while you're doing it. And they interviewed this woman who does all of the dub overs for TV. So the line, "Get these motherfucking snakes off my motherfucking plane." Do you know what the line was that Samuel L. Jackson wrote himself? "Get these monkey fighting snakes off my Monday through Friday plane."
Wow.
Wait. Speaking of scary, Hoso Teratoma.
Oh.
This was a
my
very personal,
God.
Right.
Wow.
incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
This Hoso performance
Yeah,
Incredible.
was...
Oh.
really cool.
I'm
Emo.
sorry.
Yeah.
It was just
The
So-
squirting.
exactly. The
That's
squirt.
not piss, that's blood.
That squirt.
That's squirt.
That ain't pee, that's squirt.
That ain't, see that? See that thing right there? See that
That,
thing
I
right
think,
there?
honestly, listen, Alexis, and I mean this. You brought me so much joy in my life. From you doing my wigs for free
Oh.
to
I showed her that.
other things, but you bringing me that video of That's Not pee, it's squirt. It changed
Yeah,
my life.
right? Yeah.
It changed my life.
Hey, and
It's
I
not
mean,
pee, it's squirt.
and I mean this.
Squirt.
Look at me. You're welcome.
Oh. So you heard thank you in that, or?
All right, let's get into the filth, shall we? Saints
Put everything in your
filth look with the cat litter box. Can I ask?
No, you love this one.
Real
I love this one.
I do love this one.
She
She looked
looks
incredible.
Insane.
Real-
She looks so good.
So beautiful. Real poop.
I do love watching people eat. What is it? What's that show where they eat
Fear Factor.
Dragula.
both? But like on TLC,
It's My Strange Addiction.
where they eat
Cotton
like
and,
cow,
The people that eat
batteries and
mattresses.
shit.
Yeah,
That's I
mattresses.
cannot.
Yes.
Oh, that lady that is addicted to eating cotton balls.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Oh,
that shit.
bless her heart, she will die.
Well,
Did you see
all
that
going to.
girl on
That's true.
TikTok that sells her farts in a jar? Was hospitalized.
Yes, because she got a heart
Yes.
attack, right?
She's farting too hard.
She had a fart attack.
Fart. Put him out of fences.
And you said Camp Wanakiki. What the hell do you know about anything?
That was pretty good though.
She
That's
sells
good.
farts in a jar?
Yeah,
She had a
well,
heart
she did.
attack.
Gag.
She's in the.
She had a heart attack
I mean,
from
she's
farting
beautiful,
She
but
farted too hard.
too hard or too much.
Both.
I
into
didn't
little
watch
mason
the video.
jars, and she would seal them up and sell them.
Yeah, but was she doing too many a day, or was
I
she
think she
just
just
really
pushed too
forcing them
hard.
out?
Listen,
You have to
That
let
seems
those
like
things
the
come
best.
out
That seems like
Gotta let it come out
naturally.
natural.
business strategy.
But, like,
It's not
Curtis,
very efficient.
just
She's
let
got
it
to
come out
naturally.
Just
Farts
eat a bunch of
constantly.
broccoli or something.
Can I tell you?
She's hot.
I bought
Is
You
it like
could sell,
intolerant?
I
Yeah.
bought
You
lactate.
don't in a
I
jar?
got lactate,
You could
and
have
then I
paid
got
for your
this,
wedding
like,
with
thing
those.
What?
Oh,
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
dense. They're not cost
You'll
efficient.
notice if you
explains a lot.
stop
They're
eating
too
cheese
dense.
and dairy.
Do you know how much
I know.
I feel better.
I
it
know.
costs
Oh, yeah.
to make
Darby,
those
I
smells?
know you could do a 2-in-1. You
You'll
could
feel
put all
a
your
lot
old
better.
nails in a jar. He'll
I was
seal it
only
with a
supposed to
fire.
be
It'll be like a
consuming,
snow
like,
globe
human
with
dairy,
nails.
breast milk.
You could sell them at 100,
Yeah, and you're supposed
150.
to
My
stop
oatmeal
after,
smell
like, a couple.
incredible.
Well,
Like,
no, of
Oh,
course
we're
they
supposed
do,
to
but
stop.
mixed with the fart.
it would neutralize
I've
it.
been on the
Only if you, only if you want to.
Up next is Sigourney Beaver.
Okay.
Sigourney, is this also a Catherine Delish? Or
It
is
is.
just gorgeous?
It is.
Okay.
And it was destroyed.
Oh.
Oh, blood.
Sorry, Catherine.
And she
Oh.
doesn't carry that color.
Catherine destroyed. This hair is gorgeous.
Thank you.
You do your hair?
No, hell
Wait,
no.
let me
I
see it
wear
again.
hair.
America Power?
I
I'm
wear
over
and
here.
destroy hair. No. That hair
Oh,
and the one I
that's-
wore
oh,
for
that one.
Glamour, that's
a
from
smoke.
that's from Chastity. That's
Sorry.
Ariel Versace's partner.
Mm.
Oh, they do
Incredible.
They
amazing
do great
hair.
hair. They do
Oh.
great hair.
They did that one and they did my Glamour, and they're absolutely, not only are they pristine, but they are durable.
Yeah.
See, I need.
yeah.
That's why I don't
Oh,
try to
yeah.
do hair more than just us three because
Thank you.
I can't make it durable.
I don't know what
I don't
she
know how
And
to
we
does.
do it.
literally just sit here and they fall apart.
Exactly. That's why I haven't taken my business live
Doing
yet.
good. I like it.
They're free though.
And you said Camp Wanakiki was
I know.
enough. Stop it!
I'm not gonna let it go.
No, it's
Alexis,
incredible.
you
And
you
America
put
did
yourself
almost-
down. Your wigs are incredible. They really are.
No, okay, this is so gross.
Okay,
I
good.
hate
She's just
it.
changing
There's
the-
so
the
much
subject.
story behind
The,
this.
the,
Tell me.
the goopy,
We're ready.
the goopy, the goopy
What was the
So they-
story?
they-
tools.
In the Boulay Brothers Dragula Creatures of the Night podcast, in the latest episode, they
Okay.
do reveal that, in fact, my filth floor show that I presented was not what I intended to present. The entire concept is based off of like a bunch of like boils and zits and like popping them and like eating them. So I had a bunch of like special effects, makeup and prosthetics that were functional in order to do that. They actually, the makeup itself would perform. It would pop. It would look like a zit and it, like things would ooze out. And for some fucking reason that day, it didn't work. It didn't work. And I'm talking like I was trying to put it all on my face and it did not work. And so I'm sitting there just like staring at myself in the mirror like I have come this far and now this is happening and I don't know what to do. Outside of the makeup, there is nothing. That's it. Like that's
Yeah,
the gag.
that's
That's the
right.
look. Otherwise, I'm just up there in a robe, not doing anything. Luckily, Jade had left me before she had her
Died.
throat slit in that
Right.
barber chair.
Yeah,
She
so
left
sad.
me a bucket of JoJo Siwa slime.
Jojo Siwa.
What? So that was JoJo Siwa slime from J. Jolie.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be ingested, but I did.
Are you okay?
Wait, is that why JoJo
Physically-
Siwa's gay now?
Because of the
Because
slime?
Because of you eating the slime.
Oh no, I can't take credit for that.
Oh,
I wish.
would.
Hey, that's what you gotta do.
That
you gotta
is-
And it's
gotta
really just
use
roll
whatever
with
monster.
you have and
Drag.
go with it.
And
Okay,
this was
that's drag.
the best that I could do with what
It
I
was
had
the best
and
that
the
any
time
of us
that I was
could
given.
hope to do. We could not tell. It was amazing. Can I ask you this, since you did bring up Jade Jolie? Now, my only experience with Jade Jolie is through Drag Race, and in seeing her on this, I did not know what to expect, but I was so pleasantly surprised and charmed. Is she not just so goddamn magical in person?
She's so nice.
Fuck, I knew it.
Jade
Fuck,
is
I knew
so nice, and she's so
so good
incredibly
at drag,
like
right?
she is, and she's just like she's so talented, and she's so like she's so friendly, and it sucked so hard to like see her like go through that shit with Betty and Mary,
Yeah.
and you know those were two people that she had grown like really close to. We were all friends with Jade, but you kind of you find some people that you are closer with than others, and when they like shunned her out, I could see that she felt very like abandoned.
I mean, that's something that you go through in all groups. Like with IMHO, obviously, like Shane and I are super close, and like we don't really know what her deal is.
Yeah, me and Curtis, we fuck.
Do you? Because he seems
Oh,
happy,
you didn't let me. Wait,
so-
wait. You didn't let me. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
What? I'm ready.
They're quick. Me and Curtis, Sigourney. Look at me. Me and Curtis. We fucking love pizza.
She's
What's
lactose
that
intolerant. Goddamn monster. There wasn't a single Jade Jolie, from my perspective, for me, Potter Me, Spooky Me, there was not a particular Jade Jolie look that I went, I'm not sure about
Well, she
that."
was never in the bottom outside
No.
of the one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always.
She's
you know,
incredible. She's a
she's
great
incre-
drag
and
queen.
every single thing that every single floor show that she did, not only was there the look, there was the performance, there were props, there were reveals, there was special effects makeup. It was just so layered. It was incredible. It was amazing to see. She has a lot of good props.
Yeah,
Honestly,
props.
honestly.
Yeah, no.
props.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look back and if you watch like everything, she's got at least 3 that she's working with every floor show.
There's always some sort of surprise. There was
Yeah.
a lot of thought put into all of her looks. Like,
She's very, very polished and like
Yeah.
intentional
That
and
comes
well-rounded and detailed. Jade is so
Now
detailed.
you went to, I did see, you did tour with Hard Candy, right?
Yeah.
So you went to Louisville. Did
I
you
did.
see? And,
No! I missed her.
wait, what?
Yeah.
You went to Louisville and you didn't see
Wait,
the
but
girl
Jade
she
who
just
lives in
moved
Las
to
Vegas
Vegas.
now.
No.
Jade just moved
Yeah.
to Vegas.
When? 'Cause of
Like
James
literally
Mansfield?
days before.
'Cause of
Days
YouTube
before.
star James Mansfield. Subscribe.
Hit subscribe down below.
Right now.
Hard Candy's great. I love their tours. Oh no. Daniel? No.
Incredible. Amazing.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Oh, you scared the shit out of me.
I
Listen, I
had
love Daniel, and I was
such
like,
a good time.
they're great, right?
He's so good. The
He's the
tour
best.
was absolutely fucking incredible.
That's Daniel Cole.
It was amazing.
That's Daniel Cole. God, you scared the shit out of me. I thought I'd have to edit this
Ah,
out.
no!
Hoso Teratoma.
Woo!
Now
this
wait a
was
minute.
one.
I can't.
Now
This
wait
is
a minute.
handle.
When
Just a
when
Let's
she
hear it.
told me about it, I was like, oh girl, I don't know. They might have to edit you out. I was like, that's heavy. I heard that like a bunch of like fucking animal rights like groups have been going after her
Fuck off.
because
White
of it.
people. That's what you meant
Like
to say.
PETA and
Yeah,
shit?
gross.
Yeah, like not just individual people, like actual organizations.
No, I know, but
No.
let's be honest. We know who's
So
behind
wrong.
It's so wrong.
So wrong.
It's so
Bullshit.
wrong.
Well, that
So wrong.
I mean,
Completely missing the message.
yeah.
See, I feel like this floor show would, if it got into the viewership of the wrong person too,
Uh-huh.
it would be interpreted so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's viewed by the right person, it would be seen as like, okay, this is her reclaiming it. This is her making a stand for it. I got to see Hosta recently when we did the dim sum drag brunch.
Oh, yes.
And we were just like
So fun,
being
right?
very like, yeah, we're just like kicking the shit and like being like problematic against our own selves because we were just trying to like reclaim like these slurs with like our own people in this space. There was like a lot of power in that because I was like, oh wow, when we say it, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to like be problematic with your sisters about like all the over the top stereotypes that people pin against us and like the caricatures that you see in media. But I really like that there was release in this. Like everything that she was performing on that floor was coming from like an emotional state. There's a lot of screaming that I feel like I want to do that I can't do because it would be like very loud. Seeing her do that out on the stage, that's just like the loudest like scream you can do. Like
It
do,
really
like, a
just
performance.
shines a spotlight and like a magnifying glass on like
Yeah.
how disgusting like these stereotypes and like this racism really is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you should feel fucking dirty from like watching it.
Yeah, the feeling was definitely evoked.
It was very powerful. I'm really glad
I
Elsa
just-
was on this season and got to
Oh my God.
exhibit.
Same.
She's incredible. We're talking about her fucking age too. Like she's
Yeah,
so,
so young.
young.
She's so insightful and smart.
Right.
Very
So
smart.
Maybe
Star.
all people
She's a
who are-
star.
Born and raised in America, wholly are smart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
These
I have
textbooks.
I did meet a Frenchman who did call me a
Like
fascist.
Raw Hill.
Pick and choose
And that
what
was-
you.
Oh,
that
you
was-
were
Well, French
with the
people hate
Texas too,
everything.
so-
Yeah. No, and I
probably had the
probably
same publishers,
that,
maybe.
but like it was just like it was
Mine's
so
are probably
directed at
worse.
me, and we
Mine
were
were
having
probably,
dinner,
like,
and, like we were
extra
at
4
a
years
full
behind.
family dinner. There was a moose head behind me. Like I
Texas,
get that,
y'all.
like you don't see that all the
Giddy up.
time, but like why?
Indeed. Let's talk about our last filth look, Dolly, who
Oh my god. Literally.
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was so good.
This was so
This was
good.
Dolly-
a production.
Yes.
A
Oh,
one
yeah.
one person show.
This is one of those 2-sentence horror stories.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
In
Oh, I love
visual.
that.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
That's-
Did you come
Yeah.
up with that?
That's clever.
I did.
I loved that.
Thank you.
You should win Camp on a Kiki.
What,
Beach
what,
to it.
what are the two
Beach
sentences?
to it.
Sometimes I put my belt on the wrong place, and then I jerk right into my face.
That's one sentence. It was compound.
It was compound.
It was
was-
compound.
It was compound. What's up was pounding?
It was compound and then down to the ground.
The hello.
They talk
David.
about in the podcast that actually they weren't able to put it into like the final edit, but like after you see him like fall on the ground, like the proscenium that he has like comes crashing down as well. And it kind of had this effect of like jarringly like exposing where you are as a viewer and kind of like bringing you back from like the
Performance
Damn.
yeah,
Performance
That's
art.
good.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
I
some strong theater shit.
Fuck.
yeah.
Do you think Dragula kind of supports people with a theater background since it's
I think
all
the
state?
theater
That's all-
background supports
I mean, I
everyone
don't
else.
think specifically, but I do think that Dragula supports people that are passionate about their art and their performance and like sharing who they are with the world, like no matter what that might look like.
theater kids?
Oh, and then Dolly wins. That was sad.
Wait,
Was
you
it sad?
can't just like
I thought it was
stop
awesome.
there.
I'm being biased towards Sigourney.
No, Alexis, I
No,
know
no,
you
you're
would
right.
never.
I know
I
you're
know
right.
you would never cheapen it because
No.
because you are a member of his OnlyFans, so that'd be weird for you personally.
But we don't have to put that.
But I would love to see it. The
You
winner,
can pay for it yourself.
America's Next Drag Supermonster, or the world's, depending on where you're seeing this,
The world.
is Dolly.
Congratulations, Dolly.
I know you said early in the episode, at the very first scene of the episode, you said whoever wins, we will all be happy because we all deserve it.
I said I would be happy. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I
Oh my
knew
gosh.
and I knew and I still know that like which one of us like were to win, I would be very pleased with because like I'm very confident and like I believe in all of our abilities to like represent the brand well. At the end of the day, that's what's important because like if we are not like representing the brand overall well, then like us as individuals, like it doesn't help any of us. If the brand is strong and looks good, it makes all of us look good. But
Done a pageant before.
All right, I'm gonna say the name of one of the top 4 people, and you're gonna give me one word to describe them. What's
I like
the
this
word
game.
for their brand?
Okay.
for their brand or
Yes.
for like the type of drag that they do?
Brand.
Okay.
Why should we have Dolly at our bar? What does Dolly bring?
Flavor.
Okay, now I would buy tickets
Something
to that.
tasty that like you might have seen but you've never tried it before and like maybe you're hungry for it.
I'm hungry for it. I'm hungry for it.
You're rubbing your pinky.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Saint.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
true.
a smart cookie.
And finally, of course, Hoso in one word.
Art.
Yeah.
Art.
Hoso
Art.
is literally like an
Art.
illustration
Yeah.
come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
100%.
literally said that. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not last.
Not last.
Finally, Sigourney in one word.
Tits.
Hey! I'm so glad you said that. That's how I describe you to people. I love
Cute.
that. Congratulations, Dolly.
Yes.
We are so
Well
proud
done.
of you.
Well done.
Sigourney, though, we are so proud of you. You made Chicago so proud. We got
Yeah.
to watch a
Thank you.
TV show and not worry.
And now we're
Do you know what that's like?
That's shady.
Well, just Sigourney.
To tits.
To the tit.
Yes.
To the tit.
Okay, wait. I have some general questions.
Oh.
What was your least favorite, scariest extermination challenge
That I had to participate in, or that I've had.
that you had to participate in?
The latex vacuum.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
made me want to
Wait.
die.
That was horrific.
That
Could
made
you
me
not
want to
breathe?
die.
No.
Could you not turn your head?
They didn't-
No.
Little tube or anything?
No.
Oh.
That's so scary.
So you,
Yeah.
how
I
long
would have
were-
walked away.
Wow.
I don't know how you did it.
I volunteered to go first because
Why?
I wasn't about to go home, and I was about to show them that I was not going anywhere, and that like I was serious. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And if
Oh.
this is how it's gonna
You
be,
thought you were gonna die for art? You're ready to die for art.
Was there an extermination challenge that you didn't participate in that you were glad you didn't?
I fucking do not want to be buried alive.
Yeah.
But
that's
also,
scary.
a lot of people like poo-poo the like photo shoot that they had to do in the ocean,
That looks
like
scary,
on the rocks.
though.
That was horrific. Like anyone that like has ever like gone out into that environment and like been on rocks in the ocean as waves are coming
Oh,
in.
that's so scary.
It's very scary.
And they were
and it's
wearing
very
heels, too.
strong.
We
They
lost
were in
Natalie
heels,
Wood.
they were in like corsets and wigs and shit. They were
that
in
morning
drag. Tide was coming in. It got
Tide time.
I got to a point where they were like, everyone get out of the water now, kind of thing.
And
Suck
shit
them
just
down.
weighs you down so when you're in clothes.
And it takes only a couple of seconds for that
Love that.
fucking tide to just take you and just like rip you under. and then
Natalie
you're
Wood.
gone.
You didn't get to experience an on-screen death, right?
No.
No.
What
Currently,
of the
she's
deaths,
still alive.
Exactly. So, what of the deaths would you have wanted, or would you like to make up a new one?
I believe I did present this in my Meet the Monsters, but if I had to be exterminated, I wanted to be corseted to death, and I wanted my organs to blow out my ass across the wall, like the camera spans.
I'd
That's a
watch
good one.
That's funny.
It
I
should
would
be
watch
like-
that
That's
together.
funny.
They can use it for
That's
some.
good.
I would
That's
watch
They
that.
literally have
Which
it
is
on
good.
film, and
That's
it's
funny.
been out for the world to see since like September 12th.
Alexis.
Wait, what?
I do have a couple questions. LGBTQ. Okay, pride. Being proud. You've made us proud. You've made the Chicago family proud. I'm sure your family proud. What is your proudest moment on the show? And also the costume that you are most proud of?
Ooh.
My proudest moment on the show
Pride, we're gay.
was getting cast. That's the
You win.
biggest. That's
Yeah.
but you know, and then like everything
That's all
else
we
that
need.
comes after that like is fun. Like that to me, like just like getting on, like let's be like real. Like that's the fucking prize. Opportunities that you've never had access to, they start coming your way. They start opening up like just based on that. Everything that you're
Like
able to
IMHO.
present on the show, like it just, you know, just adds to it. And this was definitely being here with all of you has been a dream of mine
Yes.
for 12 hours.
Okay, one final question before you leave. Which one of us, out of the three of us,
You do a marry, fuck, kill kind of thing?
no?
I mean, we can do that.
Which one of
smart.
us
I wanna hear
is
that one.
Vanessa Hudgens and why?
I don't know. I think it might be... It might be you. It might be you. You might be Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh my god, I am! I've, listen, I have had, Bukkake, Zac Efron, I'm in. Thank you so much for saying that. This
In
is the
that
end of the
order.
episode. Thank you so much. Alexis is no longer part of the show.
Alexis,
Sigourney
you
is
know
joining
Bukkake,
us
right?
permanently. Thank you so
you
much.
know Bukkake, right?
Oh, they're on season 5. Rest in peace.
Rest in
Rest
peace,
in
little
peace.
girl.
Oh, she got exterminated.
The big extermination.
I see twins kiss.
Alexis.
Oh my god.
Is it because of like, do you have depression?
Oh my god.
Who doesn't?
True.
It's my favorite accessory.
You wear it
Okay.
well.
I wear it
You wear
every
it
day.
beautifully.
Well, you are about to travel the world with all of your
Yes.
accessories, and we are so proud of you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing us so proud. You
And
were.
thank you for
Your
being
turn. Your
here.
turn. Keep
Thank you
clapping.
for having me.
Yes, you're incredible.
Only bigger, big and better things coming for you.
Mhm.
Amazing stuff.
A star.
Probably a couple worse. You know, there are checks and balances. You know,
Yeah.
that is how
Yeah.
checking
But
accounts
mostly
work.
checks and bigger ones now, because
Hello.
That's
Did you
true.
get some?
yeah.
Did you get the cashier's check that we sent you for being here?
Is it in the mail?
Maybe.
I'll see it in 2 weeks.
Thank you so much, Sigourney, for being here. Make sure you are following Sigourney on everything. Sigourney, how do we find you?
I'm on the internet.
Great.
You can find me on Instagram under Sigourney.Beaver. And you can find me on Twitter under Beaver Sigourney.
Oh, so they switched. So you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Instagram and
Some
then
other
you-
assholes
yes.
have my name.
Well, that-
Oh, is that fun? Do you message them?
Only with the cease and desist.
Oh, it's aggressive.
Oh, and
Dating
then
a
when Blade
lawyer.
Brothers do it, do they call it a deceased and desist?
And you said can't want to keep you
Sigourney, you're creating
How
a
dare
thing. You're creating a thing. Thank you
You
so
made
much
a
for
thing.
watching. Chan, we are so happy that you came back for the end of Dragula. Now, Chan, you have a big
Lovely.
2022 ahead,
Nope.
and we know that IMHO is definitely a part of that because we've already talked and we have you in contract and you signed a thing, and you did think that that was like just like
I thought I was just practicing my signature.
Yeah.
You covered everything else with
you
a white sheet of
practiced
paper.
it so well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's in writing.
So thank you so much for coming back for another season of IMHO. Apparently this is season 3 according to Alexis, which is really
Yeah.
The
odd.
premiere.
Make sure, if you haven't watched Dragula, why are you watching this?
Yeah, it's weird
But
that you got
please
this
go
far.
watch it. It's, and I'm not saying that because she's here. It's really good.
Listen, we have a lot of Drag Race, okay? We have a lot of Drag Race. Dragula.
Too much, I'd say.
Dragula's fun.
Yeah, it's too much.
Dragula's fun. All right, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom so that every time we post something, you go, what? Oh, and then the bell notification. So then every time we post something, you go, oh.
Well, they gotta like it for the algorithm. That helps us
Yes,
a lot
yes, it
too.
does. It really does.
You can also find us on Patreon, exclusive behind-the-scenes footage and content only for patrons.
Ooh, speaking of, I have a Patreon-only question that you can join us at Patreon to hear the answer. Sigourney,
We will be back next week for the premiere of United States Drag Race. We're coming back, baby. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
now let's all lean in and laugh. Or like we're talking.
So I said a hemorrhoid on whose
More like a
tongue-
herroid.
You should have won.
You should have won.
You know what?
You should have won.
You know what?
You were the most humorous. You should have won.
You should have won.
I just think a lot of the like situations that I were put in were humorous, therefore rubbed off onto me.
Yeah, you turned to the camera. Oh, brother.
Get a load of that.
Oh, no.
You might be wondering how I found myself in this situation.
Me too.
Hi,
Mary's
I'm
glaring behind
Sigourney.
me.
And my life, it's pretty crazy.
You should do a TikTok of that.
I'm so random.
Wait, are you on it?
On Venmo.
TikTok.
On TikTok?
TikTok, I have one. I usually, I just use it to, watch animal videos. But,
Do you follow IMHO the show?
no.
We're on TikTok.
Alright.
IMHO the show.
God,
Okay.
Thank you.
No, you are
get on
on
there.
it. Okay.